Hey, this is Rama from Creations Landscape Designs and there for the Landscapes blog. So I thought in this video I would show you a bit of a tour of the one sketchbook I have finished, one that I am almost finished with, and a new one that I have yet to start. But before I do that, I make videos about art, drought-tolerant plants, California native plants, sustainability, landscape design, and anything and everything in between. So if you'd like to get more of that content in your feed, then hit the red subscribe button down below. Now, I thought about making a separate YouTube channel for art, and I initially did, but the problem is I'm not going to be making art videos so consistently that it would even work to have a separate YouTube channel. So that type of content will be sprinkled in here and there in this YouTube channel. Also, I have now, by the time of this video going live, an Etsy shop that's fully live with prints of my art for sale. And most of the art I make is about California native plants, landscapes, plants in general. So I will have a link to my Etsy shop in the description of the video for anyone who's curious to check it out. Alrighty, let's do this. So these are the two sketchbooks that I want to show you, and I'll try and keep this short-ish. I like to take old books and turn them into sketchbooks using Arches cold press watercolor paper, felt, string. This is actually elastic. So I started this sketchbook when I was going to Connecticut via Detroit from LAX to visit my cousin. So while I was on a flight from LAX to Detroit, this is what I drew on the plane, which was kind of hard because I don't have a lot of room to really spread out my watercolor stuff as I usually like to do. This was in a cafe. Some other parts of the cafe, I believe this was wall art. Some writings. At the same cafe, there was this acrylic egg-shaped chair hanging. There was a bunch of them. I actually sat in it for like a minute and then started to get dizzy, so I didn't continue to sit in it. This was from a sticker that I have on my water bottle. And then other random bits and bobs from my journey in Connecticut. At the cafe that we ate at, I went there twice, I think. Anyway, when I ordered tea, they brought it in a tray and it had this rubber ducky. It's kind of interesting. And then on my way back from Connecticut to Detroit, there was a man kind of sitting, and then a lady just kind of with her luggage. This I will absolutely turn into a sticker. I actually have a bunch that I need to get scanned in so I can make into stickers or art prints or whatnot. This was when my ink in my fountain pen bled. Royally just bled all over the place. Oh my goodness, can't seem to turn a page. Some other random bits and bobs and musings, as I like to call it. As you can tell, I like painting landscapes and plants and whatnot, although given that I'm a landscape designer, it makes sense. This I'm definitely going to redo in an individual sheet so I can turn it into an art print. This was supposed to be 2 concrete tiles with grass growing in between. And then just some other random bits and bobs. Some of these are from real life and some are from images I found off of Instagram. This is probably my favorite 2 pages of this book. This I might turn into an art print. This I will definitely at some point turn into a sticker because I think it's really cool. This was supposed to be a mushroom, didn't turn out so super well. But it turned into something. This one's really cute. I might redo this bigger. I started this sketchbook, I believe, on the 2nd of June, and I completed it on the 20th of August, so kind of cool. All right, onward with this one. Now this one is also handmade using, again, Arches cold press watercolor paper. And how I made this is just basically stitching it. So this one has signatures in it. And specifically with this one, what I did was I made it where, because I frequent a coffee shop, that I painted most of what was in the coffee shop. I called this particular first spread Lady Chatterbox because it was a lady that was sitting at the coffee shop. She was with a friend, or I think it was a friend, anyway. And she was just making a lot of hand gestures, and it was kind of interesting to people watch. This was a sign at the coffee shop, although I didn't write exactly what the sign said and made my own wordage. Random guy sitting on his laptop. Lady sitting with 2 screens, although I didn't draw what was exactly on the screen because it might be proprietary to her work. Who knows? This one didn't turn out so well, but hey, trial and error. Actually, this is from a YouTube video of a gal named Hannah Alonso who makes anti-MLM videos. My friend Jenny, who frequents the coffee shop with me, she's perpetually tired. Ish. Apparently this guy was looking at some sort of screen, but I just didn't draw the laptop or phone or whatever he was looking at. This was a picture of my old sketchbook that I've already finished. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like. This one was funky, weird, and I don't love it. But whatever. This was from a picture taken at my home in my kitchen. That's my cat. Another random guy at a coffee shop. With this one, I was playing with the Faber-Castell watercolor pencils, which I love. And this was another watercolor pencil sketch. I really enjoyed using it. And what I did was, with this sketch, I pressed harder on the paper with the watercolor pencil than I did with this. And then this random sketch, kind of ish. This is meant to be a mug with tea or coffee or whatever. The coffee shop is in the same complex as a dental group. So So I thought that was cool. This was based off of a sticker I have. In the same complex as the coffee shop. Actually, this business here is a veterinarian. I found this randomly on Instagram and I like the message. Be proud of yourself for surviving the days that felt impossible. You deserve it, baby. My sketchbook with other stuff underneath it. I call this Asian mom because it was an Asian mom. She was either Chinese or, I don't know, maybe. But she looked Asian anyway. And she was sitting with her son, but based on the angle I was at, I could only catch her. And what I like to do is take a photograph if I'm drawing someone, because if the person ends up moving or leaving, before I'm done, at least I have the photograph as a reference. And then this was one of the coffee shop employees. His name is Michael. I actually showed this to him and he totally loved it. This is meant to be a mason jar with a bamboo lid and a glass straw with iced tea in it. I don't love this, but it's something. Meant to kind of represent a sunflower. And then the last image in here. And then here, hold on, I'm going to zoom in. Are my sketchbooks that I have made and completed. The one that is to the left of the bookend has not been used yet, will be at some point. But those are all the sketchbooks that I've made. What I like about painting in sketchbooks is that I can be mobile and remote. And then if I really like an image that I've done in a sketchbook that I want to make into an art print, I will either have that image within the sketchbook scanned, or I will redo it in a bigger sheet of paper and then have that scanned.